Right, item 1, apologies for non-attendance. Tracy, do we have any apologies?
No, we have no apologies, Councillor Birch.
Thank you, Tracy. Item 2, notification of requests to address the meeting.
No, there are no requests to address the meeting tonight.
Item 3, do we have any members' declarations of interest? No? Right, thank you. Right, Chair's announcements. I would like very much to introduce some of the people here that you may not have met before. We have George Candler, who is the interim CEO for the West Northants Unitary, Shadow. Susan Zeiss, who is the interim monitoring officer. Martin Henry, who's with us, he is the interim 151 officer. Have Tracy Tiff, who is the Democratic and Member Services Manager at NBC, and Tracy will be our point of contact for this committee and any correspondence that you wish to put forward to the committee. Can you please go through Tracy? Ed Bostock is our Democratic Services Officer at NBC. And we also have Ed Hammonds, who is the Director of Research and Campaigns at the Centre for Public Scrutiny, who is going to lead our workshop later during the meeting. So welcome everybody, and on to item 5, where Tracy is just going to lead us through the terms of reference for the West Northants Shadow Overview and Scrutiny Committee. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you, Chair. The report is in front of you. It's item 5. I don't really have anything to add to it other than just highlighting that it is really for noting because the terms of reference were approved at the meeting of the West Northamptonshire Shadow Authority when it approved its constitution at its meeting on the 2nd of June. But you've just really got in front of you there the terms of reference, and you would have had a hard copy of the constitution sent out. Thank you.
That was decided at the first full council meeting, so this is just really for our information here. Item 6 is the schedule of meetings that we have already diaried in for the West Northants Shadow Review Scrutiny Committee, and Tracy will send these out as a diary item for us all with contact details. I do envisage there being meetings in between these scheduled meetings where we'll have more informal workshops and discussions. I don't think there's any urgent business that has been notified to me. And item 7, I don't anticipate any exempt items for tonight's meeting. Right, is that Ken Ritchie, were you wanting to?
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to ask Jane, we've reached the end of the meeting already, and I know that there is discussion that to follow that will be more meaty and more important than that. Is there a chance till later in the meeting to take decisions? I'd be concerned if we haven't taken decisions to do things until it comes to a meeting in September, whereby about, that's practically about a third of the actual life of the shadow will be over by that stage. I just want to check, you made reference to the possible need for having other meetings between now and September. I just wanted to check, and I probably should know this from the Constitution. Will there be opportunities at these meetings for the Scrutiny and Overview Committee to actually start working?
Right. I think we've all had a notice from Tracy about a meeting on the 16th of July, which will be again a planning workshop where the work programme will be discussed and decisions taken at that point, Ken. Is that okay? All right. Right, can I declare the formal part of this meeting closed, and we will then continue with the more informal part.